I am Dr. M. Tamilchelvi, working as Associate Professor of Zoology in V.V. Vanepperumal College for Women, Virudhunagar, Tamil Nadu, India. Through this video, I would like to highlight the importance of apiculture, particularly the general introduction about the apiculture. What is apiculture? Why it is important to study the honeybees, the development of the apiculture, evidences that support for apiculture, why do we go for modern beekeeping, and the art of selection of honeybees in beekeeping industry. What is apiculture? It is simply defined as the rearing of honeybees for the production of honey. So scientifically, it can be defined as the art of domesticating the honeybees for obtaining honey and other byproducts such as the propolis, bee venom, beeswax, and the royal jelly. Bees collect the nectar and the pollen grains from the plant resources for their energy purposes and the development purposes. So these products are known as the primary products. So the primary products are very much important for the development of an organism. After gathering the nectar is converted into the honey by several processes. This process is doing by the honeybees. So this is known as the secondary product. Certain byproducts can be obtained from the beekeeping industry. They are the bee venom, bee wax, and the royal jelly. Royal jelly is secreted by the honeybees to feed their young ones. And the bee venom, it is a poisonous substance secreted by the honeybee for their protection. And the bee wax, it is also secreted by the worker bees. It helps to construct the honeycomb. Propolis, it is a gummy-like or the resinous substances gathered from the plant resources by the honeybees to seal the cracks and crevices in the honeycomb. So, primarily, the beekeeping industry aim to gather only the honey. So, after the technological advancements, their aims to gather these byproducts, these are very much important for the industries as well as the human beings. Recently, apiculture is introduced as a course paper, that is particularly the elective course in majority of the colleges, particularly the life science students. Because of it provides the employment opportunities to the students, and also it helps to raise the socio-economic standards of the nation. Moreover, the honeybees play a pivotal role in improving the quality of the products, particularly it increases the yield in agriculture and the horticulture. That is why it is very important, it is the need of the hour to promote the interest among the students community, and also it helpful for the sustainable use of agricultural products. So that is why it is very much important to study the apiculture. Moreover, here this slide shows four importance of the apiculture, particularly the honeybees. First one, what are honeybees? Honeybees are nothing but this is an insect. It comes under the phylum Invertebrata and the class Insecta and the order Hymenoptera. They are the highly social complex. In this slide shows there are four important categories. First one, honeybees act as a pollinator. It is a very important pollinating agent. Bees shows mutualistic relationship with the plant kingdom. It gathers the nectar and pollen from the plant resources. In turn, it assists the plant kingdom for their reproductions. It carries the pollen grains from the male part of the plant to the female part of the stigma of the particular plant. In turn, it promotes the cross-pollination. So, honeybees helpful for the preservation, improvement and diversification of the plant kingdom. That is why it is very much important or useful in the agriculture industry as well as the horticulture industry for improving the quality. That means it to produce the hybrid varieties. So honeybees are an important pollinating agent. Second one, honeybees can be used as the bioindicator species. What is bioindicator species? So this honeybee indicates whether the environment is polluted or not. So even though these honeybees have the mutualistic relationship with the plant kingdom, but the plant resources keeps the honeybee away from it because of the greedy man wants to increase the rate of yield by using indiscriminate use of pesticides. What will be happen? So this indiscriminate use of pesticide, once upon a time, man, that means the 3 decades back, man used the pesticide to kill the pest only. But later on, so instead of using the pesticides to kill the pest, they use it for the promoting the yield. That is why the indiscriminate use of pesticides, gradually indiscriminate use of pesticide causes for the deposition of the residual pesticides on the floral species. So these florals, when the honeybees are landing on the floral resources, the poisoning effects of these pesticide residues inhibit the foraging activity of the honeybees due to sometimes it causes the death of the honeybees. So today, that means nowadays, the declining of the agricultural product is reduced due to the effect of the poisoning effect, because of the honeybees cannot regulate their foraging activity and the minimal production is obtained here. And third one is the honeybees or the keystone species. What is keystone species? Keystone species, their absence in the particular environment prevent the existence of the other species. So if the bees disappeared, as per the quote of Albert Einstein, if the bee disappeared off the surface of the globe, then man would have only 4 years of left. No more bees, no more pollination, no more plants, no more animals, and no more man. So if the absence of the honeybees, the plant resources cannot produce yields. If there is no plant, no food resources, there is no food sources, then no human beings can survive. Here the honeybees are considered as the keystone species. Honeybees are model insects because of their morphology and anatomy is modified in accordance to do the various purposes. Be a busy bee is a quote which signifies its industriousness. Moreover, its quality attributes, that is the self-sacrifice, division of labor, and the unity and the social behaviors, helps to study these pollinating agents among the students' community. Beekeeping is a great moral benefit. It is a simply quote which signifies the importance of the culture practices. Our ancestors like Babylonians, Egyptians, and the modern people of the Central Asia, France, they know the importance of the honeybees as a pollinating agents. They learn the art of techniques to culture the honeybees. So from there, we use the culture practices that coupled with the traditional pragmatism and comprehensive science knowledge to yield more quantity of the honey and other byproducts. Honey was the first sweet taste food tasted by the man. There are so many evidences to support that honey has been cultured in various parts of the world. First one, our religious literatures such as the Veda, Purana, Ramayana and Mahabharata support the fact that honey has been utilized for various purposes. The nutritional and medicinal value of the honey was illustrated by the Hippocrates, the father of the medicine. The practice of beekeeping was documented in the book Historia Animalum by Aristotle from the Greek during the year 384 BC to 322 BC. The importance of quality box of beekeeping for hiving the bees was documented by the family in China in his book The Golden Rules of Business Success. And the Huber, regarded as the father of modern bee science, he documented as he documented some truths about the biology and ecology of the honeybees in his book, the new observation of the bees in his book. So these are some evidences to support that the honeybee has been cultured in various parts of the world. So in olden days, man hunt the naturally existing wild bees or the colonies from their native places. It is considered as the primitive habit. Still, it is practiced in indigenous parts of some area in various parts of the world, such as the Europe and South America and Australia and even in the Asia. So later, they learned to techniques the art of the hiving as well as the keeping the swarm in his hives. From there, they gradually learnt the morphology, anatomy and behavioral studies of the beekeeping to catch the swarm and hive the swarms in a modern beekeeping. So in the primitive methods, they catch the swarms in the nature and gradually they introduced into the primitive type of hives such as the basket and the earthen pots as well as the wooden logs or etc. So later, after studying the morphology and the behavioral aspects of the honeybees, the movable frame hives are introduced to culture the honeybees. So what are the differences between the traditional as well as the modern beekeeping? In traditional beekeeping, the man simply crush the home for obtaining the honey. So this technique not only kills the larvae and the honey, so it also produces the unhygienic honey. And the second one, this crushed home cannot be reutilized by the beekeeper. And the third one, the honeybees wasted their accumulated energy only for the purpose for constructing the honeycomb, not for the gathering the honey. So to overcome these difficulties and to avoid such circumstances, the modern techniques are to be followed. So this kind of knowledge paves the way to construct the modern beehive to avoid such circumstances by adopting the scientific techniques to reap more quantity of the honeys. In nature, there are about more than 20,000 species of honeybees, 20,000 species of bees are there. The primitive peoples were very much attracted by, there are about two types of species are there. Number one, the solitary bees and the social bees. The social bees were attracted very much because of their behavioral attributes. The solitary species do not store the honey. The social bees live in a group. So each colony consisting of about 1 lakh species, 1 lakh individual. So from the 50,000 to 1 lakh species, it is dependent on the species.